right. If you already noticed, I'm not Milo. I have a little bit more hair than him, but he couldn't join today. So I'm going to host this Inspire call in February. Let's go ahead and start with some updates. So first update, we have the February promo. That is going to be the Skin Dew, the Body Shield, the Avenger, the Merry Mint Sizzle Seasons. And then with that, you get a free exfolium that comes in a little heart box with some crinkled paper. It was a lot of fun setting up this whole promo, and I hope that a lot of you got your promo in time for Valentine's Day tomorrow. But if you didn't, it's still not too late. You can still get it in February. I think it still counts. Another update is February's deal of the day is February 22nd. For this month's distributor spotlight, that is, if you haven't seen it in the newsletter already, is Eli and Linda Esch. This is a super exciting distributor spotlight. They've been a 6-star since November, and Eli and Linda have shown just how crucial and how to build strong legs and a strong foundation of your business. It was awesome hearing about them bringing in their kids to the Mower Mission, because as of you all know, we are Mower Mission babies. We've grown up with it since I was born. It's all that I've known. And so it's cool to see Eli and Linda bringing in their kids with involving them with newsletters, because everyone knows that this business, this one, we're going to be here for the next 999 years, and we're going to pass it on to our kids, and our kids are going to pass it on to their kids. As we grow the Mower Mission, it's going to get bigger and bigger, and it's crucial to have your kids start at a young age, so that's all that they know, and they learn to truly enjoy and understand the crucialness of having the Mower Mission and living toxin-free. So going to the next one. So just this last week and a half, we were in Indiana, me and Thomas. We got to go to a mini masters in Napanee. It was a blast. We had a great turnout. There was a ton of enthusiasm. And even just since I started, I went to my first convention in Indiana, and it's incredible to see the growth and see how the community has just developed and gotten so much confidence, gotten such this successful organization. It is a blast visiting there every time, and I'm excited to see where it goes next. A couple other events that we have is my dad, Tom Mower Jr., is going to be attending Pennsylvania Masters March 10th and 11th. And then me and Thomas are going to be heading out to Wisconsin for a Sizzle Appreciation event, April 1st. And no, it's not an April Fool's joke, everyone, except for maybe we won't show up and do an April Fool's joke. But maybe we will show up. I don't know. We'll see. But we're excited for that event. That one's going to be fun. I've never been to Wisconsin, even though everyone's saying it's a little cold out there. Hopefully it warms up in April. The next thing that I was going to update, we have Mower Mountain, and every month you see the little countdown, and it's getting closer and closer. And I'm getting more excited for it as we're getting more to the key stuff of planning this event. So just a couple reminders. We've had such a big turnout that we're limiting up to 250 adult tickets. So if you want to come, we would love to have you. Try to get those tickets as soon as you can, because if we get past 250, we're not going to be able to provide the Mower Mountain experience of going up to the ranch and having all the fun activities. So we would love for you guys to participate. The prices do go up at the end of March they increase at the end of March. So make sure to call in before that. Also, a couple things, if you have purchased your ticket or you're going to soon, make sure that you get your room block. On the screen, we have a couple different room blocks. You can see them in the newsletter as well. And then ask Milo, call the call center. They all know this information, but we have room blocks at the Provo Marriott where the convention's going to be. That one, I believe, if it's not filled up already, then there's very few rooms left. If you want to stay there, make sure to call in quick. If you don't, and if they are booked up, then right across the street, the next most convenient spot, we have a room block there at the Hyatt Place in Provo. That one, I believe that we still have a good amount, but they are going quick. You'll have to call in with a code G-SISL. That will unlock the room reservation. And if you call in with these room blocks, they are discounted prices for getting into the room block. So make sure that you're using the code and saying that you're with Sizzle. The other room block that we have is the Holiday Inn Express and Suites. That's here in Springville, right by the plant. So there is some travel in between convention events when we're over at the Marriott, but there is travel in between there. So make sure if you've bought a ticket that you're getting your hotel rooms and planning the trip accordingly and getting your transportation. We're really excited to see everybody out there. So the next thing that we have, so as you all know, the Mower Mountain contest, we've been doing a monthly winner. And this last month, Ferdy and Fannie Miller were the contest winners, and they won a free Sizzle Thin. And something that was really exciting about Ferdy and Fannie winning is when I saw them win, I looked at their account and they just joined in the beginning of January. So that is proof that even if you're joining right now and the competitions have been going in for a little while, you can still get in the racing. They're up into the top 50 now. So if you're just starting your business, then don't feel like it's too late to compete and you'll do it next year. Start recruiting, start doing the 3 R's, recruiting, rake advancement, and retention, because you can build up points and earn your way to Mower Mountain for free. So that's really exciting. February's prize is a Sizzle beanie to keep you warm out, especially during these times. So we'll keep on tracking all of that, and I'll probably update the leaderboard on Wednesday, or probably on Thursday. So that'll give you a good sense of where you're at. All right. So the next winners that I've wanted to announce on this is the weight loss challenge winners. Now, all of this was in an email this week or last week, since we felt bad that we weren't able to do it last Monday. But the 3 winners that we had that were in the email was the first one, Fitness Cells monthly winner, was Jonathan and Luella Schlabach. And they won $250 just transferred into their e-wallet. The second place winner was the social media winner, and that was Katie Larking, and she won $250 straight into her e-wallet as well. With the social media contest, just make sure whoever's posting out there, just post your goal and your track of how you're reaching that goal. And we are loving following people's goals on what they set. And it's a good way posting those videos for us to be able to see your journey and see your progress and see what you're working towards, whether it's gaining more muscle, if it's losing weight, if it's running faster, whatever your goal is. And then let us know how that content is making you closer to that goal. The third winner that we had was the top weight loss coach and team winners. This was incredible. So the team that won was Team Positive, and I bet they're feeling very positive right now because in 1 month they lost 102 pounds, which is incredible. That just shows how crucial it is to have not only leadership, but accountability, just to have someone that's pushing their team. It's easy to forget in weight loss. They say your New Year's resolution ends, or I would say 80% of New Year's resolutions end by January 17th. But when you have a team and a group of people reaching the same goal, then they can help motivate and push other people to keep losing weight and stay on your resolution, whether it's financial happiness or losing weight. So Team Positive lost 102 pounds. The team coach who won a $100 product voucher was Brenda Yoder. And the team members that won $50 product vouchers was Stephen Yoder, Dora Yutzi, Caitlin Bontrager, Mary Hostetler, Diane Miller, Michael Hostetler, Regina Hostetler, Brian Stutzman, Jane Burkholder, and Sharon Bontrager. So congratulations. I'm excited to see where you guys go from here and to keep up the hard work. I'm trying to keep up with you guys, but you might be taking me. All right. So that's all the updates that I have for right now. I'm going to bring on my aunt, Leisel Mower. She has been involved with these product launches, and she also, out of the Mowers, I would guarantee probably uses these new products this month the most out of all of us. I know Thomas definitely isn't taking baths. My dad might. I sometimes do, and I definitely love the lotion, but not as much as Leisel. So let's bring Leisel on here.
Thank you. And I do love the lotion. And our last Inspire call. Well, first of all, I want to say congrats to all the winners. A ton of them. And I love what Kaden said about our new people coming in and winning. And that's really what we want. When we think of these contests, we want anybody to win. You know, anybody that's new, someone that's been here for years, we want it to be anybody can jump in and win it. So I love that. So congrats to them. But on our last call, not last week, that we had a few technical difficulties, but the one before that, I talked about some products that we had on our Christmas packs, and everybody loved them. And we wanted to bring some back permanently, most of it. There were a few I didn't talk about last time, and I saw some comments and people asking, and I knew I'd be talking about them again. And I just didn't know what to say. It was like, they're coming. But sometimes we hold off because they're not quite there. But these are our new permanent products that you guys absolutely loved. Now, one is, let's think, is Sizzle Soak first? Karen, what was first? Or the coconut body milk? The Sizzle Soak, I absolutely love. And this is one, like Thomas said, I was able to test. In fact, I stay with Tom Jr. a lot. And I remember going up and he gave me some samples to try out. And I did actually up at his house. I loved it. His wife tested it. This is a product I knew everybody would love. And of course, people are familiar with bath salts. Here we have an amazing formula that Tom Jr. put together. It's super popular. Everybody knows the restorative benefits of Sizzle Soak, mood. Of course, lavender, vitamin C, hibiscus, blackcurrant, apple is just a great. You can see them there. Lots of great ingredients there, and it's very popular. So this is a new permanent addition to our product line. So we love that. Super excited for that. And the next one is our coconut body milk. And while this isn't something new, it is in this size. And guys, I'm going to tell you, this is my favorite because that bottle is big and bulky. And while, of course, you need this, now that it's in this awesome. I mean, I'm looking at this. Throw it in your purse, grab it, put it wherever you need it. Have several there. And it's so convenient. You're absolutely going to love it. It's the same great body milk that we had before. It's just in this great packaging that you guys are going to love. And that, I think, and Kaden's going to have to tell me if I'm wrong, is available right now. Of course, the coconut body milk was a product that we came out with a couple years ago. And all these ingredients in here, it became one of the favorites, and you guys absolutely love it. So putting it together like this, you guys are going to love to have this be a mainstay in our product line. Like I say, you guys already know this formula, coconut oil, and that's what we really wanted to do, was make this a product. In the beginning, it was all about coconut, but Tom has really thought outside the box, putting so many great things in there: oleic acid, linoleic acid. You can see it, citrus. I can't even pronounce them. Tom tries to make me do that in meetings, and I'm horrible at it. All I know is it feels great. It's a great viscosity for your body. It's not as thick as a hand lotion. It goes on smooth for your body. A little thinner formula, but still nice, luxurious emollient. I have to say it's my top 5 favorite products. And now you've got it in this convenient packaging. You guys are going to absolutely love it. So excited to say these are now available and here to stay. So enjoy those, call customer service and grab them, and let us know how you like that new packaging.
Perfect. Thank you, Leisel. And yes, both of these, we actually ended up turning these on last week. So we got too excited and just turned them on before the meeting and then found out that we weren't able to. So now some of you got a little jump start on it. So we're excited for those new products, especially where they were in the holiday catalog. So there's a little special place there. But now we're going to talk about the new product that was just recently launched, and even past that on what you get with the Healthy Habits Guide, or what you get with a purchase of Turn and Burn for the next month, which is a Healthy Habits Guide. And then our new marketing coordinator, Hollee Colby, is going to explain it. And she has been fantastic. She just barely started here recently, and I think she already knows more than half of the people here. She worked strictly with this. She knows the Healthy Habits Guide better than anybody else. And so I don't think there's a better person than Hollee to explain it. Hollee?
Well, thanks, Kaden. Nice words. Can you mute so I don't hear my echo?
Yes.
Thank you. So from now on, I think we started, was it last week? All the orders with Turn and Burn, as soon as it went live, have the Healthy Habits Guide in your orders. And then also there are 10 packs available to purchase as well. Because not only will this help you personally in setting your health goals and creating healthy habit, but it will also help you as a great sales tool. Ed did a great job. Our graphic designer, he helped create this, and he did a great job bringing in all the different products and explaining how they can help you live a healthier lifestyle, and just tying it all in so that it's a great sales tool for you as well. As Tom was introducing the new Turn and Burn product to us in meetings and the new science behind it, we all got really excited. And I just kept thinking how with these healthy habits, how much the Turn and Burn can really benefit all of us and maximize our efforts in trying to become healthier and to lose weight. So I thought it would be nice to have a Healthy Habits Guide to go along with it, to kind of help, like I said, maximize your efforts and to keep the weight off. We all know that health is so much more than being a certain weight. There are several aspects to our health, like nutrition, exercise, mindset, sleep, finances, community, as well as weight loss. And the guide is broken up into different sections and gives helpful tips in each section. And we'll all have different health goals, right? No one's in the same place with their health. So before you make any new health goals, it's important to create awareness of where you stand in each of these areas, as well as where you would like to be. And you can't make a goal till you know what you want. It's also important to set realistic goals. Like Kaden mentioned, what did you say, Kaden? It was how long before someone gives up on their resolution? 17 days. So it's important to set realistic goals. You want to keep yourself motivated. In the beginning, I think it's important to focus more on the, like, actually checking off the fact that you did an action step rather than focusing on the result. Focus on the fact that you're actually doing it, going through the motions. So it talks a little bit about that, how to decide on the goals that you want to pick and how to stay motivated. Yes. And then, so the first section is the weight loss section, where it encourages the use of Super Detox, Balance D, as well as obviously Turn and Burn and Sizzle Thin. These are all great products to assist you in your healthy weight loss, as well as it talks about the importance of eating smaller portions and more often and drinking plenty of water. Then it talks about nutrition. Strict diets can work for some people or for some time. But if you're like me, the more someone tells me I can't have something, the more I want it. So for people like me, we suggest clean eating. which means cutting out processed foods, junk food, soda, refined sugars, and adding in living, colorful foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean meat. In the guide, there is a week's worth of clean eating examples. So you'll want to check that out, get some different ideas. We'd actually love to hear if you have more ideas of clean eating and share them with each other, share them with us. If you're participating in the social media contest, it'd be great to put your ideas on there as well of how to eat clean. In the exercise section, the key takeaways I would like to share with you is just the importance of getting active, moving your body. Again, assess where you're at currently. Are you moving? How much are you moving each day? And what's a step you can take to move a little bit more each day? If you're just starting out, just take a 20-minute walk after dinner. I know it's really cold in Wisconsin, so dress warm, but don't let it stop you. Just make sure, I'm sure you guys all have the warm clothes that you need. And then it talks about Sizzle Sport and Fire and Ice and how they give you the energy you need to exercise. And Ripped is a good recovery post-workout to help your muscles with recovery. So it talks about the different products that we offer and how they can help you with your fitness as well as your weight loss and nutrition. And it goes into a mindset. It talks about the importance of journaling and meditating. This is often a hard habit to justify or a hard action to justify because you can't hold anything up and be like, look what I did. Look what I made. It's just not something tangible to see that you actually help do something. It's hard to say that we were productive. But our minds are the most important, powerful tool that we have. So we must keep them sharp, and brain vitality can help with blood circulation to your brain and can help with focus. The guide gives some great tips on meditation. Then it goes into sleep. And I believe that sleep affects all aspects of our health. So it talks about the importance of that and some tips if you're struggling with getting a healthy, good night's sleep. Restful sleep can support your weight loss, your focus, your energy. I always tell my kids, everything's worse when you're tired. Just go to sleep, get your rest, and see if it's still bothering you after you get your rest. And we can talk about it then because it's just so much worse when you're tired. Also, Turn&Burn can help with this. It helps you get a good night's sleep and will aid in your weight loss, as well as meditation can help with that, your sleep as well, because it gives you your brain time out during the day to sort through all the things so that it doesn't have to sort through those things while you're trying to sleep. The next thing it talks about is healthy finances, budgeting, saving for all the things that inevitably surprise us. And then also talks about earning supplementary or primary income by sharing the products that you love, the Sizzle products that you love with the people that you love, or maybe you just like them. And then the next and last section of the guide talks about community and how it's important to surround yourself with healthy people if you also want to be healthy, which is another great thing about Sizzle. It creates that community for you. It said that you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. So make sure you surround yourself with people who encourage you to create and live by the healthy habits you're setting. And then I would also love to hear how you guys are staying healthy and helping others do the same. I'm sure the people around you like to hear what works for you as well as you like to hear from them. So let's talk about that through social media or different events that we have going on. I believe one person elevates the entire community. So make sure that you're setting your goals and sticking to them. And that is the Healthy Habits Guide. I think Tom is going to talk on Turn&Burn now.
Yeah.
That's right. Welcome, everybody. And it's great to be here today. And I can tell you one thing about listening to Hollee. She is a testimony of exactly what she was talking about today. She eats right. She exercises. She has a positive mental attitude, and she believes in everything she's doing because she is living that type of a lifestyle. Tonight, I'm going to get on and talk a little bit about Turn&Burn and Sizzle Thin. And to our lucky winners who won Sizzle Thin tonight, you won more than just a weight loss product. This is a product that has some great anti-aging properties to it and has great studies now associated with it for brain activity and making us more youthful and helping with central nervous system disorders. And there's so much more. Like all of the Sizzle products that we sell, anti-aging is a real cornerstone to that, because what we find as our weight gets in balance and our hearts are doing better and our skin's looking better, it really all revolves around anti-aging, because when we're younger, we're in our 20s, we're really at the peak of where we're at. And as we get older and things change, hormones change, and basically life and all of the free radicals that we endure and we produce inside, things change. And right now we call it weight loss season. And but it's not just weight loss season for a time period, even though that's when the world focuses on it. It's about weight loss now, but also throughout the year. So these products that I have designed here, you will not find Turn and Burn in these formulations anywhere else. You'll find some of these ingredients in other formulations, but you will not find these amounts, these combinations put into a compound that are designed for total health and designed for weight loss. This is really the cutting edge. And like I said on a recent call, in talking to PhDs and others, they're like, this is the technology that we're working on for pharmaceutical companies that in the next few years we hope to get out. Well, that's the beauty of dietary supplements. We're not looking for a drug approval. We're looking for dynamic results and having it out first. And so when we started this project last summer and into the fall, we have seen not just weight loss, but so many different great benefits when you combine these. And so we had a red carpet event. I hope the Paccinis and all of their guests made it home safe and sound that were here last week. And I brought in a very large box of all of my studies of putting this together. And you can see on the screen right now, if you have a computer, many of these ingredients we have. So I looked at the metabolism and our circadian rhythms of when we're awake, when we're asleep, and I wanted to address weight loss from many different areas. I wanted to talk about thermogenesis. I wanted to talk about body heat. I wanted to talk about free radical damage. I wanted to talk about better sleep. Hollee talked a lot about the healthy lifestyles, about attitude and exercise and diet. I wanted to look inside nutritionally what we can do to receive that balance, but accelerate weight loss. And one key component that really stands out with the Turn and Burn formulation, I'm concerned about taking that white fat that we have been depositing for sometimes for many decades and making it fluid and making it energy to be consumed by our body. So this is a large component of what I was looking for in ingredients that were being studied for this. And I have found in all the world right now, the most advanced formulation that does that. And this formulation is the type of formulation that if you go through with these healthy habits, you can accelerate the loss. The better your diet, the more your exercise, the more sleep, within a limit, I should say. But the most, if we bring this as a real holistic, well-rounded approach, this is the nutritional supplement that will give you the results that you want. And many people are familiar with ECGs in green tea. And yes, they have catechins in there. They promote weight loss. They give us energy. And many of these ingredients are designed for that. You look at the very bottom of that, black pepper. Why would I put that in there? Because it gives us greater bioavailability of these nutrients, so we maximize the effect. And kudzu, that's a wild noxious plant that grows in southern part of the United States. But guess what? It's thermogenic. It helps to increase our temperature. Just like any good campfire, the more wood we put on it, the more energy and heat that it involves. If we look over on the Turn and Burn on the blue label, we see things that we see in other formulations. We have resveratrol, quercetin. But guess what happens when you combine these two together? They increase mitochondrial output of energy. So basically, if we had an engine, it's like stepping on the pedal and revving it up. Now, this formulation, some of you have heard me talk on the calls, we have two forms of fat. We have brown fat, we have white fat. Brown fat contains lots of mitochondria, and they're not regulated. They just want to produce energy. Every time it gets a little cold or we need energy, they just start producing it. White fat has very few mitochondria, and they only want to produce enough energy to maintain the integrity of that cell. This formulation with the grapeseed, the pomegranate, the ginger, all of these ingredients, what we find is they have the ability to help move that stored energy from white into energy for brown fat to start to produce more energy. Now, tonight I want to talk a little bit about Sizzle Thin 2. 2 years ago, we brought this formulation, and there were others in the market that were talking about the benefits of taking exogenous ketones and consuming those. We've known forever that ketosis can be achieved by limiting the amount of carbohydrates, and it's very difficult to do that. Many people get into about day 4 or 5 and they're like, I can't do it, because we see a dip in energy as our body is switching to go from simple carbohydrates as fuel for our brains and our bodies to burning ketones. But one thing about it, when we first get into ketosis, our brain is using about 60% ketones. Within a prolonged period of doing this, our whole body's using ketones, and there are so many more results than just weight loss. But let's talk about weight loss first when you couple this with this formulation. So if we look at the ingredients within the Turn and Burn, we know that we are helping and making more readily available the burning of energy, the transition of stored energy to a mobile source of energy that can be utilized. But now what do we do within our body to switch it? Because if we're burning fat, that evolves ketones, and ketones are used as in place of carbohydrates. But we can accelerate that by taking Sizzle Thin, because we flood our body with these ketones, and so we don't have this lag in time, and we can spur on ketosis and the burning of this to where our body starts to pull this energy source and consume it even quicker. But studies have been going on the last 2 or 3 years since we brought Sizzle Thin out, and these BHB forms of ketones, we find also that they have a great effect on our brain, and they help senescent cells that are producing inflammatory cytokines and many things that help increase brain spinal cord disorders. We think about those, and these senescent cells, high ketones remove those, help to eliminate those. It has a real anti-aging effect when we talk about disorders of the brain and a lot of these ailments that come with that. Back to weight loss with Sizzle Thin, what we have found, and studies now are confirming, when we flood our bodies with these exogenous forms of ketones, as in Sizzle Thin, we reduce the big spikes that we have in insulin. Insulin is horrible when you have a lot of insulin when you're talking about gaining weight. High insulin, insulin is secreted from the pancreas when we have a large wave of simple carbohydrates in our system, and the insulin wants to attach it. It wants to put it into our muscles. It wants to put it into fat cells. It wants to get that carbohydrate out. And obviously, when it puts it in the fat cell, it produces more fat. Now, studies show us that when we take these ingestible forms of ketones, it helps to buffer and lower our insulin levels. And that is a great benefit. And that's really where a lot of the benefit comes when we just go through and naturally try and push ourselves into ketosis, is the fact that it helps to mitigate and reduce these insulin levels, which cause us to gain weight. Now, the nice thing about Turn&Burn is that as we're taking this formulation, these are great anti-aging formulations. The fucoxanthin that's thermogenic comes from limamui, and the resveratrol. Obviously, this is not a liquid form. Liquid's the best form, but it has a lot the same properties of the liquid form that we sell in Eternity. Quercetin, as far as antioxidants with the pomegranate extract and all the different things that we have in there, this is really a thermogenic change of the consistency of fat. Cocoa powder, thermogenic, cocoa bean extract, green coffee bean extract. All of these are triggered for thermogenesis. People ask me, why do we have melatonin in the formulation? In the nighttime formulation with Turn&Burn, we have melatonin because that also gives us a better sleep, as Hollee was talking about in the healthy habits, but it also slightly increases our body temperature. So we're consuming more of this. This is a true 24-hour a day, 7-day a week, fat burning, supporting mechanism. And so if you think about it, and what we've seen in our results, if people are consistently taking this, we tell people this is part of diet and exercise. But what we have found is consuming this, people are losing weight with that. And so it's new, it's revolutionary, it's backed by science, it's powerful. And if you really want to accelerate this, put Sizzle Thin with it. But these are great anti-aging ingredients in all of these formulations. You're going to have great results with it. So we're really excited. We're over the last 2 weeks, the response we've had is incredible. The testimonials, that's what fuels our fire. Let us know what you're seeing in your overall health. We're excited about the weight loss, but more importantly, we're excited about you and the type of help that you are receiving in anti-aging, brain, everything that's going on in your life. Yeah, your insulin levels, whatever results you're seeing, we're excited to hear about this because this formulation is designed for all of that. Now, we've had the marketing department put together a video. Some of you have seen it, some of you have not. And so I've asked Karen tonight if we could wind up this call and play that video. So I think at this point, we're going to put the video on and let people see what we've put together.
Turn&Burn, Sizzle's revolutionary proven weight loss system. We all want to feel great and look our best. Looking slim and trim, fitting into our clothes, and loving the way our bodies look and feel is often a more motivating factor for losing weight than any potential health concerns might be. But in addition to the appearance and appeal of being at a fit, healthy weight, there definitely are health concerns as well. Over 1/3 of U.S. adults suffer from obesity. Worldwide, approximately 2 billion adults, or 40% of the population, are overweight, with global obesity rates nearly tripling since 1975. This obese population is more prone to stroke, heart attack, type 2 diabetes, certain types of cancer, and other health conditions. If you struggle to lose weight and keep it off, you're not alone. With so many diet plans out there, from keto and paleo to intermittent fasting to calorie counting to low-carb, high-protein, low-glycemic, even costly and potentially dangerous surgical and medical procedures, just to mention a few of the millions of possible weight loss programs. It can be exhausting researching options, trying to figure out which plan might work best for you, constantly trying something new, never really seeing those promised quick results, let alone being able to stick with something long enough to maintain long-term results. You may have thought there was no way to lose those stubborn pounds, no matter how much you diet and exercise, or what weight loss plan you have tried. And you may have even thought that continual weight gain was impossible to avoid. But you've probably never thought about the color of your fat as a contributing factor to gaining and retaining weight. Our new approach to weight loss is documented and proven by science, but has never been put into a weight loss supplement form until now. Instead of eating plans, starvation, stimulants, or surgery, what if you could nutritionally change the type of fat in your body through natural, proven ingredients combined into a scientifically advanced product? Now you can turn white fat cells that store calories into energy for brown fat cells that burn calories. The word fat usually has a negative connotation, but the body does need fat to function properly, and specifically needs the right balance of fat. The body is made up of two types of fat cells, white fat cells and brown fat cells. White fat is the predominant form of fat in the human body. White fat cells are made up of a single, large fat droplet and have few mitochondria. Mitochondria are the body's tiny power plants, something like little batteries that create most of your body's cellular energy, used to fuel power-dependent organs like the heart, liver, muscles, and brain. With few mitochondria, white fat cells are storing fat and energy instead of burning calories. Brown fat cells have small fat droplets and many energy-producing mitochondria. Brown fat cells burn fat to generate heat. Thus, it is referred to as the good fat. Because brown fat cells contain many mitochondria, they stimulate thermogenesis for efficient calorie and fat burning. For men, excess white fat tends to form around the belly. In women, excess white fat accumulates around the hips, buttocks, thighs, and breasts, and can be distributed around the abdomen as well. White fat is also found around internal organs. As white fat cells accumulate and store fat, weight gain occurs. Conversely, high amounts of brown fat have been proven in scientific studies to increase calorie and fat burning, as well as energy levels. So, how do we get our body, and specifically our fat cells, to burn calories instead of storing them? The browning of fat, or converting white fat into energy for brown fat, increases the number of mitochondria in the white fat cell, causing the cell to produce more energy and therefore burn more fat. The browning process increases thermogenesis, which equates to weight loss. Turn and Burn is a revolutionary, one-of-a-kind weight loss system comprised of a daytime and nighttime formula, and is only available through Leisel. Numerous scientific studies confirm that our proprietary blend of unique natural ingredients combine to convert white fat stores into brown fat energy, moving the body into a thermogenic state for weight loss. In other words, you can now turn white fat cells that store calories into energy for brown fat cells that burn calories. Turn and Burn, with advanced, clinically proven science, supports visible, healthy weight loss. Turns white fat into energy for brown fat to burn 300 times more calories. Supports a thermogenic state in your body, increasing body temperature to speed up calorie burning and weight loss. Increases energy levels for increased activity. Improves restful sleep, which is known to speed up weight loss and prevent muscle loss. You know weight loss can be hard. You've researched, you've dieted, you've put in hours and hours at the gym. Now let new discoveries from science and nature do the work for you. Leisel's exclusive formulation provides the solution to turn stubborn fat storage into a fat-burning engine, so you can lose weight fast and keep it off. Turn and Burn, along with a clean diet and regular exercise program, supports your weight loss goals and healthy lifestyle. Be a part of our weight loss revolution as you turn and burn your way to a slimmer, healthier you.
One note on this, actually, real quick, since you talked about testimonials before we bring on Linda. But this product is incredible. When we first launched Turn and Burn, I had done keto and worked out and was on thin, and I had lost like 7 pounds, I think, in a month or so. And since we've launched this in the past 3 weeks, I've lost over 15 pounds doing Turn and Burn and thin with the keto. It has been incredible, and I'm still going. I'm excited. I'm going for another 15 or 20, and it's been incredible. So I have a strong testimony of it, and I've heard a lot of other strong testimonies with this product.
Oh, and that's great. That's what you'll see. I mean, I keep threatening that I'm going to start exercising, but even without that, 1.5, 2 pounds a month is what I've been seeing. And I feel great. And Sizzle Thin Always helps me up here also.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that as well. Linda and Eli Esch, the spotlight of the month. We tried to get them on earlier, but they're on now. I'm going to ask the same question. What would you say the key elements of your success of getting to 6-star would be, and how has Sizzle affected your life?
Good evening, everyone. Your first question, to answer that, I would say would be teamwork. We couldn't have done it without our team. And what was your second question?
What has your Sizzle business done for your life?
I'm not sure if I can sum that up in a few words.
You have a couple minutes. It doesn't need to be a few words.
It has enabled us to do a lot of things that we wouldn't have been able to do. Our Sizzle story was when we first started and were first introduced to Sizzle, we were very excited about the business side. And we shared with people, and we hit 1 star. And between 1 star and 2 star, I got stuck, like really stuck. And that's when I realized that it was too much about myself and that I need to take a good hard look at why I'm doing this. So after that, I tried to keep helping my team have that as my first priority. And while I was doing that, my upline was right there with us, teaching us and coaching us and cheering us on. And most importantly, they did exactly what they advised us to do. So after a few years of hard work and lots of fun and friends and opportunities that we never would have encountered if we wouldn't have joined Sizzle, we encountered a huge change in our family life. So this past year, and at that time when we encountered this change in our life, we were at 5-star, and we had a lot of momentum going. We were super excited about Sizzle and ready to take it to the next level. But I guess God had different plans for us. So this past year, I honestly have not done hardly any work with our Sizzle business except sending out newsletters. And Elsie even did that for me for a while. But we have seen through that, we have seen firsthand the power and the beauty of Sizzle's business structure, because our business has not only kept going, but has grown this past year. And that is just a huge reminder that we are part of something that's bigger than ourselves. And I just want to put a huge thank you out to the team for what they did, upline and downline. Everyone just I would say, reach new heights. That's not even us. I would not say it's us. That's the winners, but everyone else on the team. So thank you for doing that. And thank you for inviting us on the call tonight.
Thank you for hopping on, Linda. I don't know if you're probably on a phone, so you can't see the screen, but it was amazing hearing your story and seeing the big Inspire logo that's on the screen right now, because I think your story is exactly what this whole year is about inspiring your team, being inspired by your downline and your upline. And your story inspired me, and seeing just how to build a strong business and how it can even run itself and how you can keep going farther and farther. So thanks for hopping on.
You're welcome.
All right. And I believe that is the end of the Inspire call. Thank you, everybody, for hopping on. And don't forget to go watch the Turn and Burn video. Our videographer spent a lot of time on that. It's on YouTube and Facebook. All right. Bye, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Good night, everybody.